Welcome 1991, the United States Mint continued its long-standing tradition of producing the Jefferson Nickel, a 5-cent coin that had been in circulation since 1938. This coin, while appearing to be just another piece of pocket change, holds a unique place in numismatic history. The Jefferson Nickel has always carried the portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. This coin is not only a tribute to his legacy but also a reflection of the evolution of American coinage over the decades. The 1991 Jefferson Nickel may not immediately strike one as a rare or highly sought-after piece. To the average observer, it's simply a 5-cent coin that might be mixed in with countless others in a change jar. However, among collectors and historians, certain versions of this coin are believed to hold immense historical and monetary value. Over time, due to factors such as minting errors, low production numbers from certain mint facilities, or exceptionally well-preserved examples, coins like the 1991 Jefferson Nickel can become extremely valuable. This coin in particular has caught the attention of the numismatic world due to a combination of historical significance, collector demand, and speculative value that some claim reaches an astounding face value of $91 million in symbolic terms. What makes a coin that is technically worth only 5 cents be perceived as worth millions? It begins with rarity and condition. Coins that are released into general circulation are exposed to daily wear and tear. Most end up scratched, worn, and handled countless times. But a coin that has been preserved in pristine, uncirculated condition can command a much higher price. A 1991 Jefferson Nickel in mint state, graded MS 67 or higher by professional coin grading services, becomes an instant point of interest. There are collectors who are willing to pay thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, for such specimens. This is especially true if the coin comes from a unique die variety, has a known mint error, or has a documented history tied to a particular collection or discovery. In 1991, the U.S. Mint produced Jefferson Nickels at both the Philadelphia and Denver facilities, with no mint mark for Philadelphia and a D mark for Denver. While millions were produced, it's the anomalies and specific coin conditions that separate the valuable from the common. Some coins may have been struck off-center, have double dies, or show other minting irregularities. These so-called error coins are like gold to collectors, often because they're so few and far between. Imagine holding a 5-cent coin that has a misprint so rare that only a handful are known to exist. That tiny flaw, overlooked by most, can be worth a fortune to the right buyer. Beyond errors and mint conditions, there's a story behind every coin. The 1991 Jefferson Nickel was minted during a time of transition in the U.S. economy and culture. The early 90s marked the end of the Cold War, the beginning of the digital revolution, and the rise of a new era in American history. A coin from this period represents more than its metallic composition, it encapsulates the essence of the time. To a historian or a passionate collector, owning a coin from such a pivotal era adds a layer of depth and meaning that transcends its face value. Over the years, stories have emerged of specific 1991 Jefferson Nickels being sold at auctions for eye-watering prices. Some reports claim that particular coins, either due to provenance or extraordinary mint condition, were appraised or sold for hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars. While these values are often subject to debate, speculation, and the unique nature of private collectors' markets, they underscore the potential hidden value in seemingly ordinary coins. It's not just about the metal, it's about history, rarity, and the collector's passion. Some collectors argue that the symbolic face value of the 1991 Jefferson Nickel should be marked at $91 million, as a playful nod to its minting year. While not a literal monetary value, this symbolic gesture reflects the esteem with which some enthusiasts hold this coin. It's a creative way to highlight its perceived importance and allure. The $91 million figure becomes a metaphor for the priceless nature of rare historical artifacts, especially those with a story to tell. Imagine discovering such a coin in an old box, forgotten for decades in a family attic or hidden in a vintage coin collection. The idea that a small piece of metal, minted over 30 years ago and potentially passed through countless hands, could be worth a life-changing sum as part of what keeps the passion for coin collecting alive. It's a treasure hunt, a quest for stories, and a connection to the past. The Jefferson Nickel series has had a remarkable run in American coinage. From 1938 through 2003, the obverse featured Felix Schlag's classic portrait of Jefferson. While the design saw minor modifications over the years, it wasn't until 2004 that the Westward Journey series introduced significant changes to the design, commemorating the bicentennials of the Louisiana Purchase and the Lewis and Clark Expedition. These changes made the earlier versions, such as the 1991 nickel, even more nostalgic and valuable to collectors who cherish the original portrait and reverse. For many, collecting coins like the 1991 Jefferson nickel is more than just a hobby, it's a legacy. Coins get passed down from generation to generation, each one carrying stories of the past. They serve as tangible links to the eras they come from. In this way, a 1991 nickel can evoke the sights and sounds of the early 90s, rotary phones, VHS tapes, the rise of the internet, and the cultural shifts that defined a generation. There are countless forums, auctions, and numismatic shows where such coins are showcased, discussed, and traded. Each appearance of a high-grade 1991 Jefferson nickel generates buzz, questions, and excitement. Collectors want to know the story, where it was found, how it was preserved, what makes it special. That mystery and narrative are just as important as the coin itself. The idea that a 1991 5-cent coin can be seen as having a value of $91 million may sound outrageous to some, but in the world of collectibles, value isn't always tied to practicality. Instead, it's about desire, rarity, and the ability to inspire wonder. The right coin, in the right condition, with the right story, can command almost mythical status. The 1991 Jefferson nickel, in its most perfect form, may very well be one of those coins that in today's world, where digital currency is becoming more common and physical money is used less often, these coins gain even more sentimental and historical value. They remind us of the tangible past, of an era where a nickel could still buy something, and where coins had a weight and presence that digital balances lack. Holding a coin like the 1991 Jefferson nickel is like holding a fragment of American history, compact and unassuming, yet rich with meaning. Whether or not you ever come across a 1991 Jefferson nickel worth tens of thousands or even millions, the journey of searching, learning, and connecting with the past is its own reward. Every collector, whether novice or veteran, dreams of that once-in-a-lifetime find. And maybe, just maybe, that dream lies in the palm of your hand in the form of a simple 5-cent piece. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey into the fascinating world of coins and history, don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories from the world of numismatics. Next 1998, an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin was released into circulation in the United States, bearing the familiar face of Thomas Jefferson. Little did anyone know at the time, this very coin, now often referred to as the 1998 Jefferson nickel, would go on to capture the fascination of collectors, historians, and numismatists around the world. This nickel, struck with precision by the United States Mint, carries with it not just monetary value but a rich tapestry of historical context and numismatic intrigue. It has found its place in collections and auctions as a symbol of rarity and potential hidden treasure, sparking discussions, debates, and a deep curiosity about what makes a coin more than just pocket change. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and was initially designed by Felix Schlag. Schlag's rendition of Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse side of the coin and Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, on the reverse quickly became iconic. Over the years, minor design adjustments and material changes were made, but the essence of the coin remained the same, a tribute to one of America's most influential founding fathers and a key symbol in the realm of American currency. The 1998 Jefferson Nickel is one of the last in the series before a series of design overhauls began in the early 2000s, adding to its significance among collectors who see it as the end of an era. what truly propels the 1998 Jefferson nickel into the realm of big money and legendary status isn't just its mintage figures or place in history, but the condition and striking anomalies that certain coins from this year possess. While millions of these coins were produced for general circulation, a select few display rare mint errors, misstrikes, or are preserved in pristine condition, reaching nearly perfect grades by professional grading services like PCGS and NGC. These high-grade examples, especially those with unique features or errors, have been known to fetch astonishing prices at auction houses. The allure of finding such a coin tucked away in an old jar or passed down in a family heirloom is what keeps the mystique alive. Coins, particularly nickels, often pass through countless hands over their lifetime. They pay for morning coffee, ride in the bottom of purses and pockets, and sometimes get forgotten in drawers for decades. Yet when a coin like the 1998 Jefferson nickel re-emerges with qualities that defy the odds, whether it's a flawless strike, an unusual die clash, or a double die obverse, it becomes more than just money. It becomes a piece of art, a slice of history, and, in rare instances, an item worth tens of thousands or even millions of dollars. This is where the legendary status of the 1998 nickel begins to grow. The stories that accompany these coins often sound too unbelievable to be true. Tales of someone discovering a rare Jefferson nickel in an inherited collection, or stumbling upon one while sorting through childhood savings, have a magical quality. Some of these coins have been appraised at values that seem inconceivable for something that originally carried a face value of just 5 cents. But it's the confluence of rarity, historical relevance, and collector demand that drives the price sky high. And in the world of rare coins, the market often defies logic. The face value is irrelevant when the coin holds an unspoken promise, a promise of rarity, a glimpse into the past, and a potential jackpot for the lucky finder. Collectors often seek out the 1998 Jefferson nickel not just for the value it can bring, but for its story. The final full year before the turn of the century marked a time of transition in the United States. The economy was strong, the internet was exploding into daily life, and the new millennium loomed with both excitement and uncertainty. Holding on to a piece of that time, in the form of a beautifully preserved nickel, is akin to holding a small fragment of American history in the palm of your hand. And when that coin also happens to be a rare, highly sought-after variant, the emotional and financial value both soar. Some versions of the 1998 nickel are distinguished by unusual features that escape the strict quality control of the mint. These include off-center strikes, broad strikes, double dies, and coins struck on the wrong planchets. While such errors are unintentional, they are treasured by collectors for their uniqueness. These quirks, combined with low surviving populations of pristine specimens, elevate the 1998 nickel into a class of its own. The market for error coins is strong, and many enthusiasts are willing to pay top dollar for examples that are certified and documented by trusted grading authorities. Beyond the physical characteristics of the coin, its historical context adds a layer of fascination. Jefferson was not only the third president of the United States but also the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. His face on the coin represents more than a man, it symbolizes the ideals of liberty, progress, and innovation. The Monticello estate on the reverse of the coin is a testament to Jefferson's vision and architectural genius. This connection to the founding principles of the country only enhances the appeal of owning a Jefferson nickel, especially one as iconic as the 1998 edition. As interest in coin collecting has surged in recent years, thanks in part to social media and the ease of online marketplaces, the value of rare coins like the 1998 nickel has climbed steadily. Auction houses have reported record-breaking sales for Jefferson nickels in pristine condition. In one notable case, a near-perfect 1998 nickel with an extraordinary error sold for tens of thousands of dollars, prompting many collectors and amateurs alike to begin examining their loose change with renewed enthusiasm. The possibility that a small, unassuming coin might be worth a small fortune continues to inspire the imagination. The 1998 Jefferson nickel has also become a subject of intrigue among numismatic scholars. Its place at the tail end of the traditional design run, before the U.S. Mint began issuing commemorative and westward journey nickels, makes it a significant coin historically. It represents the closing chapter of a design that had been part of American pockets for 6 decades. For historians, it marks a bridge between the classic and modern eras of U.S. coinage. For investors, it's a potential goldmine. And for casual collectors, it's a gateway into a world of discovery, storytelling, and potential windfall. Interestingly, coins often derive part of their value from public perception. The idea that a particular coin is worth big money becomes a kind of self-fulfilling prophecy. Media stories, YouTube videos, and online forums play a huge role in promoting certain coins as legendary finds. The 1998 Jefferson Nickel is no exception. With enough buzz and enough high-profile sales, it has taken on a mythic status. It's not just a coin anymore, it's a treasure hunt in your own home, a dream tucked between sofa cushions or hidden in your glove box. When one considers the totality of the Jefferson Nickel's history, the 1998 issue stands out as a key player. It may not be the oldest, the rarest by mintage numbers, or the flashiest in design, but it has something intangible, a perfect storm of collectability, historical relevance, and monetary potential. Some have even gone so far as to refer to it as the $98 million nickel, a term that symbolizes not just its potential worth but the awe it inspires in the world of numismatics. Whether that number is literal or figurative, the point remains, this coin has captured the collective imagination in a powerful way. As with all coins, the true value of the 1998 Jefferson Nickel lies in the eye of the beholder. For some, it will always be just another coin. For others, it is a rare gem, a prize to be hunted and cherished. The line between the ordinary and the extraordinary is razor thin in the world of coins. What matters is the story, the passion, and the pursuit. And this pursuit has brought joy, knowledge, and sometimes incredible fortune to countless individuals who dared to look closer at the small change in their pockets. So the next time you find a nickel, especially one dated 1998, take a moment. Examine it closely. Consider its history, its condition, its potential. It might just be a common coin, or it might be something far more valuable. In the realm of collectibles, surprises often come in the smallest of packages. And sometimes, the biggest treasures are hiding in plain sight, disguised as ordinary coins. If you enjoyed this exploration into the story of the 1998 Jefferson Nickel and its legendary status, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more captivating journeys into the world of rare coins and hidden treasures. You never know which one might be sitting right in your own collection. Next, 1989, the United States Mint produced the Jefferson Nickel, a 5-cent coin that would later become an item of fascination among collectors and coin enthusiasts. This seemingly ordinary piece of currency, bearing the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, has garnered a reputation over the years that extends far beyond its original monetary value. At first glance, the coin might appear no different than any other in circulation during the same year. But upon closer inspection, it becomes evident that the 1989 5-cent Jefferson Nickel has a historical and collectible value that surpasses its humble face value. Over time, stories, rumors, and discoveries surrounding this specific coin have elevated its status to mythical levels in the numismatic world, with whispers of a face value worth $89 million echoing across online forums, collector communities, and even auction houses. The story begins with the backdrop of 1989 itself, a year marked by global political shifts and technological advancements. The United States Mint, operating from its multiple facilities in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, continued its long-standing tradition of producing coins for general circulation. The Jefferson Nickel, first introduced in 1938, had become a mainstay in American pockets and purses. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin features the left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with his iconic Monticello estate adorning the reverse. By 1989, this design had been in use for over 50 years, symbolizing both continuity and familiarity, yet, within the massive production runs of that year, numbering in the hundreds of millions, something extraordinary was brewing. It is said that a small batch of these nickels emerged with a variety of unusual characteristics. These anomalies included off-center strikes, double dies, and even a rare few struck on the wrong planchet, possibly from a foreign coin. While errors are not uncommon in coin production, the combination of these errors with the 1989 date created a perfect storm of desirability for collectors. Coins with noticeable errors are often seen as mistakes that escape the mint's quality control, a fluke that becomes a treasure once discovered. What makes the 1989 Jefferson Nickel particularly fascinating is the growing legend that surrounds a supposed ultra-rare variety, a coin with a striking flaw, reportedly minted in error, yet flawless in its preservation. Whispers among numismatists tell of a specimen with an unusually strong strike, nearly proof-like in appearance despite not being a proof coin. Others mention a double die variety where Jefferson's features are subtly yet unmistakably doubled, giving the coin a ghostly effect. Some collectors have claimed to possess such coins, though very few examples have ever surfaced for public viewing or sale. Over the years, prices for high-grade and error 1989 nickels have quietly climbed, particularly in online marketplaces and private auctions. For instance, coins graded MS67 and above by reputable grading services like PCGS or NGC have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars depending on their uniqueness. Error coins from 1989, especially those certified as minting anomalies, have been known to fetch considerable sums due to their rarity. The 1989 nickel's appeal is further amplified by its age. It's old enough to be vintage yet modern enough that people can reasonably hope to find one in pocket change or an old coin jar. The idea of a coin worth $89 million might sound like a fantasy, yet in the world of rare collectibles, perceived value is shaped by demand, rarity, and story. Take, for example, the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, which is known to have sold for over $4 million despite its 5-cent face value. The same logic of rarity, history, and collector passion applies to the 1989 Jefferson Nickel. While there's no documented sale at $89 million for a single coin, the myth persists, driven by the idea that such a specimen could exist and that its value could reach stratospheric heights in the right circumstances. Perhaps a unique prototype was struck and never recorded. Perhaps an error coin has yet to be discovered that would turn the numismatic world on its head. The lore surrounding this coin continues to grow each year, with new collectors joining the hunt, scouring coin rolls, estate sales, and antique shops. The digitization of coin records and the rise of online communities have only added fuel to the fire. Forums like CoinTalk, Reddit's r/coins, and various numismatic Facebook groups often have posts from hopeful collectors showcasing their 1989 finds, asking experts to weigh in on potential value and authenticity. These discussions are fueled not only by hope but by documented sales of other Jefferson nickels from rare years and mints that have reached surprising values. It's not just about the coin's potential financial worth. The 1989 Jefferson nickel symbolizes the thrill of the hunt and the romance of hidden treasure. In a world where so much value is digital and intangible, the allure of holding a potentially priceless artifact in your hand is irresistible. For many, it's not just a coin, it's a link to history, a representation of craftsmanship, and a mystery that keeps numismatists engaged year after year. The possibility that one ordinary-looking nickel could be worth millions is enough to send waves through the collecting community. Inspiring videos, blogs, and even documentaries, collectors often recount stories of finding rare coins in the most unexpected places, a nickel dropped on a restaurant floor, or tucked inside an old wallet, or gifted unknowingly by a relative. These tales only strengthen the belief that the 1989 nickel could still be out there, undiscovered and unrecognized. The legend feeds itself with each new tale, every high-profile auction, and every speculative article or video. Some numismatists have even gone as far as calling it the ghost coin, an elusive treasure that embodies the perfect combination of rarity, mystery, and potential fortune. While the vast majority of 1,989 nickels remain as they were intended, common, circulated coins with little premium, the few that have been graded in exceptional condition or identified as error coins continue to command higher prices. Auction houses often feature these coins with dramatic descriptions, highlighting their flaws as unique birthmarks that set them apart from the rest. A double die error, a clipped planchet, or a coin struck slightly off-center can all dramatically increase the value. When combined with the 1989 date, these characteristics carry extra weight due to the growing interest and lore surrounding this specific year. As with all collectibles, the market fluctuates. Prices can rise and fall based on demand, economic conditions, and even pop culture trends. Yet the legend of the 1989 5-cent Jefferson nickel remains resilient. Its supposed $89 million face value in history may be symbolic, but it represents a deeper truth about human fascination with rarity and the hope of discovering something truly valuable in the everyday. This idea fuels not only the coin's legend but also the hobby of collecting itself. People collect for many reasons: for profit, for nostalgia, for the joy of discovery, but coins like the 1989 nickel bridge all these motivations into a single object of desire. Those who study and collect coins understand that value is not always rooted in the metal content or face denomination. It's about the narrative, the historical context, the condition, and sometimes, sheer luck. The 1989 nickel ticks many of these boxes and continues to captivate the imagination. Whether it's truly worth $89 million or not is almost beside the point. The legend itself is worth that much to the community that holds it dear. So next time you see a 5-cent coin lying around, especially one minted in 1989, take a moment to examine it closely. You never know what you might be holding in your hand. It could be one of the rarest coins in existence, a piece of American history with a story still unfolding. And if you ever do come across a unique 1989 Jefferson nickel, remember, it might just be the coin that turns heads, opens doors, and redefines what 5 cents can truly be worth. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our latest coin stories and treasure hunting tips.